It's Saturday the 30th of September 2017 and I'm at Standon in Hertfordshire to do a walk along the Greenwich Meridian Trail, which goes along the road there ahead. Greenwich Meridian Trail turns right into Meadow Walk down here. A few yards along Meadow Walk, Greenwich Meridian Trail takes this footpath off to the left. At this point, Greenwich Meridian Trail now bears left up here. Great views over to the right, and there's the path continuing. More great views over to the right there. Continuing along this clear path. Confirmation, we're on Greenwich Meridian Trail and we're now about to enter woodland and go downhill. Walking beside the River Rib in the woods. Next, Greenwich Meridian Trail leaves the woods and continues along this grassy path. Having crossed the stile, we're now walking along the old Buntingford Railway. Some autumn colours in the trees. Looks like a bridge that the railway used to go under, but the path bears to the right. The path comes to this road where we turn right towards the village of Braughing. At the War Memorial, Braughing War Memorial, we turn right up that road called Ford Street. Now at Braughing Village Green, and there's a ford over the River Rib. Greenwich Meridian Trail continues up there. And there's the Braughing Village sign on the green. Greenwich Meridian Trail now goes up this small road, Church End. Down there. Now passing the magnificent church at Braughing. Next, the Greenwich Meridian Trail passes the Axe and Compasses pub in Braughing and goes up this road. At this junction, Greenwich Meridian Trail takes a left fork downhill. The road turns left and we continue up this bridleway. The bridleway is hedged and it climbs. Still on Greenwich Meridian Trail. At this point, Greenwich Meridian Trail keeps straight on. Continuing ahead with a hedge on the left, and look at the great views. At a gap in the hedge, there are views over to the left. And there's Greenwich Meridian Trail. Further on, the path reverts to a gravel track. These views are just fantastic and the weather is glorious, as you can see. Showers are forecast for this afternoon. The path has degenerated into a small muddy trod. The trail now turns left along here. We now head up this path and over to the left through this gap. An astonishing view again. Greenwich Meridian Trail bears right up this enclosed track. We now come to a corner of a field and we follow the right hand edge. Again, amazing views. At this point, Greenwich Meridian Trail turns right and goes along the edge of this field. The path now goes through this line of trees. Shortly the path becomes more open again and very wide. This is the track we're following. We're now on Hertfordshire Way as well as a Greenwich Meridian Trail. We now head along this grassy path with trees on the left. The path opens up further on and there are more astonishing views. At this T-junction, Greenwich Meridian Trail turns right along that grassy path. After about 150 yards along that grassy path in the last clip, we turn left along this path. Still on Hertfordshire Way as well as a Greenwich Meridian Trail. And now we're heading up here along that grassy path. Marvellous views in this marvellous weather. And there's the path ahead of Greenwich Meridian Trail and Hertfordshire Way. We now come to this road. And turn left for a short distance. Greenwich Meridian Trail leaves the road to enter the churchyard of St Mary's Church, Little Hormead. And here's another view of the church. The waymarks leaving Little Hormead churchyard. And that's the route. The path bears right after the last clip for about 40 yards and then turns left along this track across the field. Further across the field, great views open up ahead. We go through the hedge at the end of the field in the last clip and then turn right along the edge of this field. The path ends at this road and we turn left along it for about 100 yards. We turn right off the road along this path which goes diagonally across the field to Hare Street and the end of the walk. Now at the road in Hare Street, and Greenwich Meridian Trail continues up an enclosed path on the left known as Swan Lane. But I'm leaving Greenwich Meridian Trail here to get the bus from Hare Street. Now at the Swan Lane bus stop in Hare Street and the end of today's walk along Greenwich Meridian Trail.